Okay guys, so we're gonna rate our favorite pizza places in Charlottesville for you guys.
Stop number 1 is Christian's Pizza. We're waiting for our pizza now. We're picking it up.
It's very vacant in here. It's just us.
I think it's just online only right now.
But there are a lot of people outside.
It's popping. It's game day.
It is game day. Everyone's wearing stuff. You want to see the fit?
Ooh, yum.
So pizza number 1 is Christian's Pizza. Beautiful cheese.
Looks like it's got a pretty thin crust. I'm really excited. Big pieces. It does not have a soggy bottom. We're gonna be grading it on 3 things. The first one is the crust.
It is a good crust. I prefer thin crust pizzas, and this is really doing it for me. I feel like they did well, like, cooking the bottom of it.
And our second criteria is proportion of toppings to the crust. And I personally think it's great because it's thin, a thin crust, there's not too much topping, pretty easy to hold.
Good sauce, like, ratio. Definitely a solid pizza. Doesn't, like, blow me away.
Yeah, I mean, it is just a cheese pizza, but it's good. And then the last criteria is greasiness. This pizza is a little greasy.
I did dab some off.
Okay, we're gonna grade these from 1 to 5 on each of those scales. 1 being worst and 5 being best. In terms of greasiness, I would say 2 out of 5.
I agree.
It is a little greasy.
Ratio of crust to toppings, I give it a 3.5.
3.5.
Yeah.
Oh, I would have given it like a 4.5.
Maybe I'm being harsh.
I think it's really great in terms of proportions. So we'll
Right.
say 4 out of 5.
I'll give it a 4.
That's in the middle.
I'll give it a 4.
4 out of 5 in terms of ratio. And then crust itself, I would also give it a 4.
Me too.
Like, it could be a little tastier, but in terms of size and everything, and it's like not soggy, it's not falling over. Pretty solid.
I'm happy. It's a solid pizza.
We'll see you for the next one in a second.
All right, it's pizza night number 2, and today is Benny DeLuca's. Never had this one either. We got single slices. Apparently they're huge, so we're gonna see. But
Very excited.
So exciting. Oh my god, they're gigantic. Holy shit. Today was Benny's.
Check out these massive
Can we just
slices.
talk about...
One slice was $4.
That's a deal to me.
This is good. I think I like it better.
Me too. I feel like the cheese is a little more like
It's definitely crispy.
get a lot of crust.
Yeah, and it's not greasy like at all. It
Yeah.
looks greasy, but it's not. In terms of ratio, 5 out of 5.
Yeah, I feel like I could use a little more sauce, but for like how thin it is, there's not much else you could do. It is just a lot of cheese. You're not gonna find anything thinner than this, I don't think.
Yeah, if you do, I'd be amazed. Because it's also, this crust doesn't stay up by itself, but also it's massive, so I wouldn't expect it to. 4.5 out of 5 for grease.
Because it definitely is still just like a fast food pizza. And then the crust,
This is good. I don't like all crusts.
4.5 out of 5 for the crust, because I like the thin crust. It is very thin. But I don't know, the flimsiness.
I guess not that many crusts have flavor, but if you have a crust that does have a lot of good flavor, that is what I'd imagine 5 out of 5 would be.
Benny's is probably better value.
I definitely liked the atmosphere at Benny's. It reminds me of places at home.
Yeah.
We'll
Yeah.
see you at Mellow next.
We are on our way to our last pizza spot in Charlottesville, and that is the Mellow Mushroom.
And we've both been there before. We kind of know what to expect. But
Yeah, pretty iconic here in CVILLE, so save the best for last.
I don't think it's
Maybe.
gonna be. I don't
We'll
think it's
see.
gonna be. Hi, we are outside.
Here is a small cheese with mellow thin crust.
Definitely greasy.
I like the cheese flavor. The crust isn't as like crispy as it could be.
Mm-hmm. It was definitely nice and thin though. I guess it's just not all that for me. Like, it's good.
Yeah, and this was $10 for. I feel like Mel's a lot better for like specialty. They do have gluten-free pizza for our gluten-free friends.
Toppings to crust. What do you think?
It's so hard to compare them because they're all really similar.
But we're just like on scale 1 to 5. I do think the toppings to crust ratio is pretty good.
4.5? I don't know.
Yeah, 4.5.
Honestly, I like this crust a lot. I like the Parmesan they put on it.
I think this end crust though isn't anything special. Like Benny's crust I thought was so good.
I give this like a 4.
Also, I think I can get it like a 3. Like, what was the other one?
Greasiness.
Oh, greasiness. I give it a 3.
Yeah, I agree. I feel like for like value, you get a giant slice. Like it hits all the not too greasy. Got the cheese. Got a
Thin.
huge piece of crust.
Yeah, yummy. Benny's it is. Well, there you have it. Hope you guys like it. Stay tuned for more, not periodically.
Virgilio suggested we do coffee shops next, which I think would be fun.